The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TV1 News. I'm Carol Kido Jr.
And I'm Jasmine Irujak. Join me later in the bulletin for sports.
In this edition, developer put on notice, Marae seeks help from China, and Kamika excited to lead Fiji Bati. Central Province Governor Rufina Peter has put on notice PNG Hydro Development Limited and the national government for their handling of the Edevu hydropower and water supply project. In a press conference today, Governor Peter expressed disappointment at the negligence of successive governments to undertake environmental impact assessments and benefit sharing agreement for key stakeholders.
Central Province Governor Rufina Peters says the provincial government is dissatisfied and disappointed on behalf of Edevu landowners and the people of Central Province on the manner in which the developer and the national government have handled the Edevu hydropower project and more recently the Edevu water supply project. Governor Peters strongly stated that her people and her provincial government will no longer tolerate being bypassed by developers and the national government when investing in major resource projects in Central.
In all of this time, the negligence of successive governments in ensuring that the people were actually getting money on a regular basis for the water that was being supplied. So they didn't have to, on ad hoc basis, demand shutdown and demand money. So we expect better than that. We cannot continue to accept this negligence of government in treating the people the way they do.
Governor Peter expressed concern regarding the national government's failure to undertake at least two important tasks prior to the opening of the projects. One, an environmental impact assessment by the PNG Conservation and Environment Protection Authority, and two, the benefit sharing agreement for key stakeholders, two of which are the landowners and the central provincial government itself.
We had all of these years of experience and lessons learned. How come we didn't take it into the Edevu hydro power project as we were developing it and putting everything into place? That is negligence again on the part of national government and the agencies, state agencies responsible.
Furthermore, Governor Peters says the provincial government is not aware of a project for the planning and development of water supply systems in PNG for the development of the Edevu water treatment plant and associated works. She is calling for the national government to include the provincial government and the people of Central Province in these talks regarding resources in the province. Maricela Kelleton, TV1 News.
Prime Minister James Marape has called for China's assistance in land reclamation, water desalination, and green energy initiatives to support small Pacific Island states facing the challenges of climate change. The Prime Minister, representing the Pacific Islands Forum, has proposed to China that countries with significant carbon footprints, such as China, should collaborate with smaller island communities and states to mitigate the effects of climate change.
Prime Minister James Marape is in Beijing at the invitation of Chinese President Xi Jinping to attend the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Development and Cooperation a prominent event that started on Tuesday. During discussions with Chinese leaders, Marape specifically highlighted Pacific Islands nations such as Tuvalu, Kiribati, the Federated States of Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, and Nauru. Additionally, the Prime Minister emphasized the importance of assisting islands and atolls within Papua New Guinea, including the Carteret, Motlok, Nisan, Vuvulu, and many others. Marape says he has been a staunch proponent of this approach and hopes that nations like China can partner with Papua New Guinea, offering resources like rocks, soil, and sand to support land reclamation efforts. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Social Democratic Party candidate Stanley Samban has been declared the winner of the Wewak Open electorate. The seat was left vacant after the incumbent late Kevin Isifu passed away.
Samban was declared yesterday afternoon in Wewak. He scored 14,950 votes to be declared the duly winner after surpassing the absolute majority of 14,258. Leader of Social Democratic Party, Powes Pakop, in congratulating the member-elect, says SDP campaigned on a greater vision for Wewak, and the party is determined to deliver on this vision. Deputy Leader for SDP, Dr. Billy Joseph, also congratulated the people of Wewak for having faith in Samban and the SDP party. He said they will continue to work hard for the people in close cooperation with the Pangu-led Marape government. Mr. Samban's win brings the total number of SDP members to 6, which is the third largest coalition partner in the government. Dr. Billy also thanked the other candidates who contested the by-elections, especially the runner-up Moses Vari Maninare, who scored 13,565, and the third runner-up Dr. Din Voruba, who scored 11,455. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
The National Airports Corporation has advised airline operators and the traveling public that the current aircraft pavement repair works being carried out on a section of the runway at Mount Hagen Airport are progressing on schedule. This maintenance and repair work has caused the temporary downgrade of flights into Mount Hagen from Fokker 100 aircraft to Q400 or similar aircraft.
Repair works were undertaken recently after they identified defects on a section on the runway. NAC anticipates that these works, which commenced on October 2nd, 2023, should take up to 8 weeks to complete subject to prevailing weather conditions. This maintenance and repair work has caused a temporary downgrade of flights into Mount Hagen from Fokker 100 aircraft to Q400 or similar aircraft. NAC also stated that while they acknowledge the challenges these necessary repairs have posed to the traveling public, they emphasized that the safety of passengers and aircraft remains their utmost priority. The volume of passengers to and from Mount Hagen Airport has tripled due to the closure of Mendi and Chimbu airports. This influx demonstrates Mount Hagen Airport's busy status and therefore the necessity for ongoing upkeep and maintenance of the airport infrastructure and facilities to maintain safe operations. In the interim, NAC is appealing to the traveling public for their patience and understanding during the crucial maintenance period. Maricela Calaton, TVWAN News.
The value of conferences is in the relationships, the conversations and engagement that happen on the margins. This is why the Papua New Guinea Chamber of Mines and Petroleum brings events out to the doorstep of investors. The Papua New Guinea Chamber of Mines and Petroleum hosts investment or mining conferences in major international financial hubs in an effort to bring Papua New Guinea closer to potential investors. It is not just about what people talk about during the conference as part of the program, said the president of the PNG Chamber of Mines and Petroleum, Anthony Marae, on the final day of the inaugural PNG Asia Investment Conference in Hong Kong yesterday. Speaking to PNG media a few hours before Tuesday afternoon's closing of the inaugural PNG Asia Investment Conference, Marae alluded to accessibility when PNG conferences are hosted overseas, in this case in Hong Kong, the gateway to Asia.
It's a big leap for them to come to PNG because they read the stories, the process of getting visas to come to PNG. These things are hard. What we found is that we're able to get more people to come to conferences, investors to come to conferences when we put it in a place where it's easy for them to get to. And they can come, and then the idea is you bring everybody from PNG there who is important to those people to those investors to get a sense of the ecosystem, that the ecosystem is supportive. So it's not just about the Prime Minister and the ministers, it's also about the department secretaries. You know, it's about IRC and customs and, you know, the ICA, all of our regulators, and then it's all about all the different entrepreneurs and businesses that operate with us in our country. Because they can tell them, look, we want you to come, we're happy to do business, we're happy to be your partner, and those things.
Marae further stressed on the importance of having global brands present, especially recognized brands that have standing in places that PNG is targeting, such as Swire Group, who has key operations in Hong Kong and the Chinese mainland, and Zhuzhou Construction Machinery Group Co. Limited. Their representatives did their presentations on Monday. The government must invest in food storage facilities at strategic locations in the country. Chief Executive Officer of Fresh Produce Development Agency Mark Warinu made this call during the World Food Day celebrations at Arab Agricultural Station in Marae Province on Monday.
Fresh Produce Development Agency Chief Executive Officer Mark Warinu says with a surplus of food production in the country, there are no storage facilities to maintain the quality of food, resulting in most foods going bad and being disposed. Spoiled foods means no money for farmers and no food for the people. He said the government must address these challenges and help farmers store their produce in cold storage facilities. He said supplying food to the main markets is still a big challenge for the farmers.
Before they reach the main destination or the market hand, the quality of the produce is gone, and that's a real critical challenge for you and the government to see. And you know, stakeholders and even government agencies like FPTA would like to see deliberate investment in those critical facilities and strategic locations, so that we aggregate produce coming from farmers in the communities and being able to manage the quality of this produce and send them to different markets in a timely manner. That's not really seen in PNG.
Mr. Warunu also pointed out that FPDA is doing extensive work and teaching the farmers on the importance of supply chain and market availability so they cannot produce more food and face issues of storage.
The massive amount of food being produced in the communities, but you know, supplying to the main market is a real challenge. And our farmers are, if you like, they are still in subsistence way of doing their business in food production, and they really don't know the market requirements and the partnerships in terms of the, you know, value chain sort of key elements in there. And so that's why they produce and they take them to the market and on their own, you know, accord, anytime when they wish, only to find out that there's a glut or, you know, oversupply in the market, and that's when they get frustrated and they don't maintain farming business. So that's why we're just coaching them, mentoring them, and teaching them and connect them to the market so that they understand the business principles in farming.
Furthermore, Mr. Vorinu said building internal capacities to address food storage is of paramount importance before talking about PNG becoming the food bowl of the Pacific or the Southeast Asian countries. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
You're watching TVWAN News. When we return, PNG TA election due and a new school building celebration.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Karen, Coke, Young, or roll a scale rice family meal with toast. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Senisi, go, la scale rice, low scale price. Senisi, go, la scale rice, low scale price. But you like him?
Papua New Guinea. We love a reason for a family gathering. A reason to play. A reason to ignite the flame. A reason to cook the best with the best. Flame oil, now PNG made for PNG cooking. Flame oil, winning taste.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Ton, 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 hino, ton, ton.
If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton, ton.
She just pumps Ferguson off it. Big opportunity. End-to-end stuff. Frio lets it fly. Wants it to roll. Sits on the line and sock it through.
The dogs first. And that is greeted with much joy.
You're not going to catch her in a foot race. Gemini, in a natural habitat, sprints towards goal and sets the Avalon crowd alight.
It takes a lot to be a rodeo kid. Some people let nerves get to them, some people don't.
She don't take losing very well.
It does make a mama nervous.
It's gonna happen. You just don't know when or how bad it's gonna be.
It's good in the rodeo industry to have a very short memory.
Kid Rodeo, a brand new series coming soon.
Welcome back. In-service teachers from Eastern Highlands Province attending the University of Goroka recently commemorated Teachers' Day with a meal together. Other teachers were presented gifts by their students. Provincial Education Director Wesley Albert was among the guests invited to the dinner. He was guest speaker. He reminded teachers that they lead a noble profession. He reminded the teachers that their role is significant in establishing foundations of a country's development. Lecturer in social science at UOG, Kevin Polk, encouraged teachers to further their studies also. It was very important for their roles as educators. A cake was cut to mark the occasion. Having better facilities is important for every school, which contributes to better teaching and learning environment. Seigu Junior High School in Goroka District recently inaugurated its new administration building after 6 years of operation, an initiative of the school board. The project, supported by the Eastern Highlands Education Director Wesley Albert, is part of a broader vision to enhance educational facilities across the province. Richard Fino, Executive Officer of the Provincial Education Board, highlighted that this commitment to providing quality infrastructure, curriculum materials, and teachers to ensure access and equity, particularly in remote districts. Fino also revealed plans to send teachers to upgrade programs at institutions like UOG, Divine Word University, and PNG EI. This aims to improve the quality of education. Additionally, incentives and increased leave fare are being provided to motivate and support teachers. Fino said addressing discipline issues is vital as teachers with problems are being dealt with, as the administration aims to recruit and retain teachers based on performance. The province is focused on recruiting effective teachers and remove those not contributing positively to the education system. Gorga District Education Manager Marie Maniha expressed gratitude to primary and secondary school board members for collaborating for the benefit of children, acknowledging plans by Gorga District Development Authority for the school and their commitment to achieving secondary status. The Hoaba Secondary School in Taripori District of Hela Province, run by the United Church, nurtures young talents at the same time reaching out to communities instilling peace and good order. Just recently, the school celebrated its 6th graduation with over 300 students receiving diplomas. Despite Hela Province's reputation for tribal conflicts, the Hoaba community, known for its peace, values crucial institutions like the church, and NGOs are working to bring government services to the village. Principal Marek Harabe expressed gratitude for the community's continuous support, highlighting the school's success in sending numerous students to tertiary institutions over the last 5 years. He anticipated more students would be selected for prominent institutions this year. Sherigan Nave, Deputy CEO of Taripori District Development Authority, commended Hoaba Secondary School as one of the province's top performers. He praised the United Church for its trust in the Taripori community and thanked various stakeholders for their support. During the graduation ceremony, the Deputy Administrator announced the official change of the acronym TNT, or Tari Noga Tingting, to Tari Natural Talent, emphasizing the district's commitment to recognizing and nurturing talent. Reverend Alfred Angabe, the board chairman and school chaplain, encouraged grade 12 students to carry the good name of Hoaba and become ambassadors of the school in their future endeavors. The PNG Teachers Association is due for an election of its executives, which was to be held after April 2023. The executives have been advised to prepare for elections as soon as possible.
After the deferral of elections, PNGTA executives are in preparation for the next executive elections since their appointment in 2019.
We're supposed to conduct election comes after April 2023. But because we were recognized by National Education Board, TSC, end of last year, I would like to say thank you to Industry Registrar on that understanding. She wrote a letter to us, prepare the election to be conducted as soon as possible.
Sanang Kepe said the deferral was due to several reasons, one being delay of teachers' fortnightly pay, as well as common role update and more.
And we have been instructed to make sure that this election is done. The problem we are facing now is, out of those 13,600 teachers, we don't know their address, we don't know how much they are contributing. Over the years, former executives have not updated the common role of PNGTA. This is a problem. It's not a small problem, it's a very big problem. And so that has stalled our efforts to get these elections off the ground.
And now with the finance news. The kina closed lower at 0.2710 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying 0.2635 US dollars, 0.4115 Australian dollars, 0.2417 euro, and 39.14 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher except palm oil closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical cuddle, get up and big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great mutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Hey, you want to talk? Want to win one of 4 Costa buses? Simply collect 6 SP Lager Red promo caps and enter the draw at a participating store near you. There are heaps of other great prizes to win too, like SP Hunters jerseys and other awesome SP Lager gifts. So enter the draw today for a chance to win. There's a bus to be won in Islands, Southern, Momase, and in New Guinea Islands. SP Lager, Bungim Yumi!
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
This goes away with Sexton again. Quite astonishingly brilliant. Close, yes! Here's another struck well of reviews. Sweeterman's lovely ball. Slower this time. Excellent catch.
Welcome back. To overseas, there were emotional scenes at Sydney Airport last night as family and friends welcomed loved ones home from Israel. It was the first government-assisted charter flight to touch down in Australia, with another expected to arrive from London tonight.
There were plenty of tears and hugs at Sydney Airport last night as Australians who were in Israel landed back home in Australia, and this is some good news for those families who have been anxiously awaiting the safe return of their loved ones back from Israel. This flight, carrying 222 passengers, landed around 6 o'clock last night. It's a flight run by Qatar Airways, and 164 of those passengers are Australian citizens, and this is the first group of Australians who've landed in Australia on a government-organised repatriation flight. Some of the passengers were transferred onto domestic flights to go to their homes, while others were put up in hotel accommodation. But there were definitely emotional reunions with some families, and passengers told the ABC that they were happy and relieved to be home. They said that they also had fears for their family and friends who were still in Israel, but many who we heard from said that they were extremely grateful to the Australian government for their help. Take a listen.
It's amazing what you did for us, really. Thank you so much, and thank you to the consular team here in Canberra and on the ground in Tel Aviv and in Dubai. You've done an amazing job. We're very grateful. Thank you.
We're very happy here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Another repatriation flight carrying Australians is expected to land this evening around 7 o'clock. This is a flight run by Qantas, and those passengers have departed London, so they are en route back to Australia. We're also expecting another repatriation flight run by Emirates to land in Sydney on Friday morning. And many of these passengers were flown out of Israel originally to Dubai and London on government-organised planes, including military planes, but the federal government says that there are no more government-organised flights scheduled out of Tel Aviv for the foreseeable future, but they have left some military planes in the region as a contingency. But the situation remains uncertain for those 45 Australians still in Gaza. They've been encouraged by the federal government to head south towards Egypt in the hopes that that border crossing will become open, at least temporarily, to allow their safe return.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese will hold talks with his Fijian counterpart today. China's role in the Pacific is firmly on the agenda. Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabukas will also be looking to prioritize infrastructure development.
I understand that he is on the hunt for better budget support, for better resource cooperation with traditional partners, in terms of the development of infrastructure, particularly in those parts of Fiji that have been untapped tourism-wise and also resource-wise, particularly in the northern parts of Fiji. That is, I understand, his personal goal. We know that climate change is high on the agenda of both leaders, and it's an extension of not just climate change in itself, but rather the security and the defense implications of climate change. We know also that Australia's bid to host the Conference of the Party in the coming 2 years is high on Australia's agenda, and Fiji has been seen over the last few years as being supportive of that bid. We understand, though, that Fiji continues to seek better financing mechanisms for itself, but also for the Pacific in terms of climate adaptation and mitigation movements. However, chief in our climate agenda, as in the climate agenda of all the other leaders of the Pacific, is asking for better commitments from Australia in terms of new projects in fossil fuels extractions.
If there's one thing the outback has in abundance, it's sunlight, which is why it's so surprising a solar power project at Windora in Western Queensland was a flop. But a new solar scheme is underway in the remote town, although first they have the tricky job of dismantling the old solar dishes.
Once hailed as Outback Queensland's energy future, now a solar graveyard.
The only reason that they're any good anymore is for tourists, and they're not really benefiting the community or their town.
These solar dishes in Windora were built in 2009, but have sat idle for years. The Western Queensland town was supposed to be the state's first to rely on solar, ending its reliance on diesel. But by 2018, the dishes were decommissioned.
Current panels that are down there really are not functional to the extent where they provide any usable power into the areas.
Now they're being torn down to make way for improved solar technology. But getting specialised parts and labour to the remote town led to the first project's failure.
With Windora 2.0, looking at the solar farm and the battery, we're making sure that we've internally got the expertise. We're there every 6 months and we're able to make sure that everything's operational and running.
Builders say it'll take around 3 weeks to dismantle the discs, panel at a time, before being packaged off and sent to a recycling facility in Emerald. Despite the bumpy start, locals are still confident solar is the answer to their energy needs.
The solar farms out here make a lot of sense given the sunlight we've got, given the fact that we are a hot, arid area.
The Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary Red Sea Barracks today was renamed after the Deputy Commissioner and the Chief of Bougainville Police Service, Francis Tokura. The barracks renamed after Tokura for his over 40 years of service and commitment to the police force.
Due to his commitment, determination, and heart to serve the Papua New Guinea Police Force for over the past 40 years, the Deputy Commissioner and Chief of Bougainville Police Service, Francis Tokura, was given the highest honor when the Red Sea Barracks was named after him. Witnessed by the Minister for Internal Security, Peter Shemalili Jr., Member for South Bougainville, Timothy Matthew, Commissioner of Police David Manning, and members of the police force, the renaming ceremony was small, yet significant. Commissioner David Manning said through a discussion, the police department decided to name the barracks after a loyal 7th of the police force, of which Tokura was chosen, among others.
Name things after those who have contributed significantly to the force, have contributed to the nation, and of course that we'd like to have something that acknowledges their commitment. In this particular instance, ministers, we had it was a very quick, just like my speech this morning, a very quick discussion around who we should, in the current executive, who we should name the barracks after, even senior command, and some of that we, as his colleagues, value his professionalism, value his camaraderie, and of course, you talked about the challenging moments in the force. This officer has proven to be a very strong supporter of what the RPNGC stands for.
Tokura thanked the RPNGC for giving the honor to name the barracks after him. However, he said the barracks must now be respected and government property within the vicinity must be protected. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports with Jasmine, EGAMR continues its support and Norris Addo selected in Orchids.
Want more data for less? Get it now with Digicel's revamped Red Club. Enjoy data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Plus rollover data, the widest coverage, fastest speeds, and best reliability. Only with Red Club. Join Digicel's exclusive Red Club today and get loads more data for less. Yes! Data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Whoa! Join today for as low as 10 kilo weekly to access discounted data bundles and get more data for less. Dial *675# or visit the My Digicel app today. The Red Club, only with Digicel.
Produces a skipper's try. What a game this man has had. What a way to seal it.
Perez, Sainz himself says he's got that.
And Lachlan Lamb. It's amazing. Stephen
Subscribe to a postpaid 40-channel 10-day TV plan for only 85 kina. You will also get an access to a DTV premium plan for free. Never miss a moment. Instant breaking and local news delivered direct to you. Read anytime from anywhere. Download the Loop PNG News app today. Available now on Google Play Store and the App Store.
Hi, I'm Darren Robertson, an expat pom, chef and part owner of the 3 Blue Ducks in the Sydney beachside suburb of Bronte. A few years ago, I started thinking about making a shift towards more sustainable cooking, but I've become fascinated with cooking over simple fire or hot coals. I just want to see how far I can push that theory and what these simple elements can help me create.
So welcome to my charcoal kitchen. Let's light the fires, stoke the coals and get cooking.
Right now, we're facing a man-made disaster of global scale. Our greatest threat in thousands of years, climate change. If we don't take action, the collapse of our civilizations and the extinction of much of the natural world is on the horizon.
Thanks for staying with us. In sports, EGAMR Pacific Limited has again continued its commitment towards the annual EGAMR Pacific Nines tournament as major naming rights sponsor. The tournament is stated for the 24th and the 25th of November at the Pora Oval, Wewak Town, East Sepik Province.
The partnership between EGAMR and the Sepik Nines tournament dates back to 2020, an initiative of current tournament director and former Guria player Bradley Simon and EGAMR company boss the late John Nightingale as part of the Guria off-season program. Yesterday's official launch marks the launch of the 4th edition of the EGAMR Sepik Nines Challenge, which is confirmed for the 24th and 25th November in Wewak. The event took place at the EGAMR Gordon's office, Port Moresby, hosted by EGAMR branch manager Aaron Sam and tournament director Bradley Simon.
We are pleased to also have EGAMR again on board for the 4th time. EGAMR has been a partner to us, to Sepik Rugby League, and we're really happy to have EGAMR supporting us for the last 4 years. As you all know, as the country is facing a lot of economic crisis as we speak, but to have companies like EGAMR and other minor sponsors getting on board to support Rugby League and supporting the youth, we are grateful, and we're happy to partner with club, with the organization and business houses like this.
On behalf of sponsor Moresby EGAMR branch manager Aaron Sam said the company is again pleased to support this year's tournament, which has unearthed a lot of raw and new talents now playing at the Digital Cup level.
The majority of the players are taken from this tournament that's held every year in Sepik for the last 4 years, and EGAMR has been a proud sponsor since the inaugural Sepik Nines tournament, and we will continue to be a sponsor going forward. So yeah, on behalf of EGAMR Group, we would like to say thank you again to the Governor and the East Sepik Provincial Government for giving us the opportunity to sponsor this fantastic event that's going to be held over the next 2 days, right? Next month, here in November.
2022 EGAMR Sepik Nines defending champions Funeral Home Laumas are again ready to put up a strong challenge to retain the cup this year. Coach Peter Popal said his boys are ready.
Our main focus to attend this tournament is not to win the tournament, but to showcase our boys to the Digital Cup teams.
A total of 20 teams are already confirmed to participate in this year's tournament at the Pora Oval in Wewak. In 2022, the tournament went rural when it was hosted for the first time in Maprik Township since its inception 4 years ago and was hailed a great success. Darry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that's it for sports. Over to you, Carol.
Thank you, Jazz. And now the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern region, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with rain drizzles. Port Moresby, mostly cloudy, tonight with rain showers and drizzles, and inland thunderstorms. Omase, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Lae, cloudy tonight with some showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Kavieng, cloudy tonight with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, scattered showers and thunderstorms with areas of rain drizzles, then scattered morning fog. Mendi and Wabeg, rain showers, then morning fog. Ocean forecast for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas moderate with southeast winds of 15 to 20 knots. Coastal waters forecast, waters of Marae Island to Cape Vogel and eastern and western Milne Bay Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.